All right, guys. So I'm gonna go over the trade I took today on SPY here. Yes, I only traded SPY today. I didn't trade futures. I didn't trade ES. I didn't trade NQ. And I'll go over the reason for that in a second. But yeah, let's get to what the pre-market analysis was. What I wanted to see today was a sweep of London low. Really, realistically, what I wanted to see was a sweep that ended up like coming down here to this fair value gap down there, and then I wanted to see that bounce, get our closure above view up, and then I wanted to see us go continue up till here. This is where I would have took a major trim in this gap because there was a gap that still needs to be filled eventually, but I wanted to see that get filled today. Obviously, it didn't happen, and scenario B is what ended up happening today. Realistically, scenario B should have been the scenario A, but yeah, it is what it is. We ended up scenario B was this. We ended up sweeping this right here, which was London high. Ended up sweeping London high right there. And then what I wanted to see was a 15-minute candle closure below the range. And if you look, the range here is between London high and London low. So the first candle did end up closing below London's low, right there. Ended up closing below the range, but if you look at SPY at that point, SPY was still like 10 times stronger than NQ. So I wasn't interested. I mean, I was interested, but I wasn't. I didn't get filled on the shorts right there just because we closed below the range. I needed some type of confirmation, and the amount of divergence we had here, it wasn't any confirmation for me. So I was just staying away. I stayed patient, and then eventually, if you look here, SPY started to catch up. SPY started to dump, and it eventually became weaker than NQ. So when SPY got weaker than NQ here, I went down to the 5 minute because this 15-minute candle, it hadn't closed yet, but it was obviously about to close below the range, and it became the leader. NQ is no longer leading on the way down. SPY is now leading. So I went down to the 5, and once this 5 minute candle did close below the range, I waited for the next candle to open. And once it created its top wick, came back into the body, that's when I took my entry. And the reason that I entered on SPY and not ES or NQ today was because my stop was going to be a little bit wide. And with my stop being a little bit wide, I would much rather go with the next day expiration options contract over trading futures because I'm able to risk less and I'm able to hold longer, like with a wider stop. So that's why I ended up taking this on SPY instead of ES or NQ. And yeah, we were just able to hold this down here. This was where I would have trimmed if I was trading futures, but since I was trading SPY, I didn't take any trims here. I just held all the way down. I did take a trim here at previous day's low, but I ended up holding the rest all the way till down here. And yeah, the reason I was able to hold this down here is because NQ hadn't reached its previous day's low yet. So once NQ did reach its previous day's low, which was right about here, that's when I ended up selling. So yeah, we were able to hold for an extra around 11 points, 10 or 11 points I was able to hold for. Yeah, and I caught this for nearly 130%. So yeah, that was pretty much it for today. Scenario B is the one that played out. But if you look at the trend, yeah, scenario B definitely should have been scenario A because we're just going right with the trend. We did sweep London high, ended up getting our closure below, continue on to Asia low, continue on the previous day's low. It's textbook, man. Yeah, it's pretty simple. But we are also floating in gold right now. We're floating around 200% in gold up here. We got our entry on Friday down here off the ascending triangle. So if you look, take a look at this. We have our ascending triangle here. Higher time frame entry, guys. So yeah, this is the ascending triangle here. We ended up getting this sweep. I remember what was it? There was some news that came out that caused this full recovery, bullish engulfing, entered here, and we've just been riding it, literally, just been riding it, and here we are sitting above 200% here. My target is actually coming up though, so I'll probably be selling this tomorrow. My target was this gap. So yeah, I want to sell around 5,290 ish, 5,300. So we'll probably hopefully get that tomorrow, and I'll be out of this probably around 250% for a pretty nice swing. So yeah. Two good trades today. Well, this was a swing, so one really good trade today for about 130%.